Hey, what's up, y'all? This light is bright. Hold up, y'all. What's up, y'all? All right. Sometimes this light is so bright. I think I was talking about this the other night. That sometimes my eyes start to kind of water a little bit because I figured out. I think it was because this light would be like this bright, and I'll be over here like. And then one day, y'all know I'm slow sometimes. And one day I was like messing with some of the buttons, and I was like, oh, I'm like Portia Williams sometimes. I was like, oh, you can turn the brightness down. Okay, so yeah, that helps out a lot. All right, y'all. Anyways, did I introduce myself? My name is Rodney, and I come down here to run my mouth and talk about the mess. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So this is according to the Jasmine brand. Y'all already know, baby. Nikki, Nikki. Her mama calls her Onika. You know, Nikki being on I don't know what Nikki been on. And Nikki won't put her cell phone down. That's all I got. We'll come back later and talk about Nikki some more because she has pretty much been on a rampage for the last 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours possibly. Well, this is according to the Jasmine brand. Colin Kaepernick's longtime partner, Nessa Diab, accuses, I will mess somebody's name up, accuses Jay-Z and Roc Nation of sabotaging his protest, plus compares their tactics to alleged smear campaign against Nicki Minaj. So this is what Nessa, Miss Nessa, baby, this is what Nessa had to say on Twitter, X. So she tagged Nicki Minaj and she said, at Nicki Minaj exposing the smear campaign tactics that Jay-Z, Roc Nation, Desiree Perez did to her behind the scenes is very similar to what I was told they did to Kaepernick 7. She tagged Colin Kaepernick. When Jay purposely co-opted Colin's protest by siding with the NFL to help their image after they blackballed Colin for his protest. I called them all out years ago, and so many people were scared to say it publicly, but would tell me how they agreed with me privately, shaking my head. Roc Nation apparently took $5 million a year over 5 years to bury the growing protest, and specifically helped them move beyond the controversy around teams' unwillingness to sign Kaepernick. Desiree even said, and I quote, "We love that everybody wants to be on the stage, that we've completely changed the conversation to fighting for it versus boycotting. We've come a long way. She got her pardon by Trump. No coincidence the NFL owners are his buddies and also donated millions to his campaign. I still don't watch that league or whoever is performing at whatever game they have playing. Hashtag still with Cap. Hashtag forever." I ain't never changed my mind about Jay-Z and that stunt he pulled when it came to Colin Kaepernick. I remember Jay-Z sitting at that table and saying that we were done kneeling. And ever since then, what Jay-Z has done is said, don't look over there, look over here. And he puts a nigga to shuck and jive at the Super Bowl every year. And everybody has forgotten about the protest. That's a nasty word.
Okay, I think we've passed kneeling. I think it's time to go into actionable items. I think everyone knows what the issue is, and we're done with that. Everyone knows what you know what the issue is? You know why we were kneeling? Okay, do you know the issue? Yeah, do you know the issue? Yes, we all know the issue now. Okay, next. Where are we moving on next? And I'm not, again, so to be clear for the room, I'm not minimizing that part of it because that has to happen. That's a necessary part of the process. But now we all know what's going on. What are we going to do? How are we going to stop? Because the kneeling was not about a job. It was about injustice. Let me bring attention to injustice. Everyone's saying, how are you going forward? And Cap doesn't have a job. This wasn't about him having a job.
And the lucky ones go from school to the NFL, where they don't even let them niggas take a knee.
The nigga set his black ass right there in front of those white folks and said that it wasn't about Colin Kaepernick having a job, but it was about you getting one off the back of Colin. You know, it's multiple things can exist at the same time. I think that Colin Kaepernick should always be praised for risking his livelihood to bring attention to police brutality. I do think that Colin may not be living in reality because I think we talked about this a few months ago. Colin was still getting up, practicing, I guess with hopes of returning to the NFL. Baby, that ship has sailed and it's gone, and baby, it actually vanished. I think the NFL will no longer be an option for Colin Kaepernick. I think it's sad. I think it's sad. I think it's sad all Jay-Z had to do was try to get a seat at the table and put some niggas for the halftime show to pop, lock it, and drop it. And honey, we happy. He said we done. You don't know what the problem is? You don't know what the problem is? Like, girl, we know what the problem is, so we know what the problem is, so what else y'all want to talk about? That's Beyonce's husband, though. Don't y'all say, you become one? Hey! That's her husband. That's her husband. Let me say something. I do believe that Nikki does the most. I wish that Nikki. I think Nikki does think that everybody is out to get her. Do I think that Nikki has been done wrong? Yes, girl. We all have a story. I'm sure you have a story of being done wrong. I'm sure I have a few stories. I think Nikki thinks that everybody is out to get her. Do I believe that some of the stuff that Nikki says? Sometimes I absolutely do. I absolutely do. Do I think that, girl, I roll my eyes because I'm like, ooh, girl, Nikki. But that doesn't take away from what I think that Nikki speaks facts sometimes. And I think a lot of the stuff that she says about Jay-Z is the truth. Shout out to Nessa for not being afraid to call Jay-Z out on the World Wide Web. Quiet as it's kept. Shout out to Nikki for calling out Jay-Z. Y'all gonna learn one day. I think multiple things can be true. I think we can tap our foot to Jay-Z's music, but also hold him accountable for the way that he moves. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's go ahead and move on. So Megan's got a man at home. Okay. And he's so good to me. I'm sorry that your man ain't home. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry that you left you alone. Okay. Shout out to Meg the Stallion. Whether Meg gonna keep a man, baby. I know that's right. So this is according to usmagazine.com. So Klay Thompson gushes over girlfriend Megan the Stallion. Oh, girl, this is what I be talking about. What can I do about these pop-ups, y'all? I can't even do my job. All right, so Klay Thompson gushes over girlfriend Megan Thee Stallion, says late parents would be proud. So Klay Thompson is so proud of girlfriend Megan Thee Stallion. The couple stepped out on Wednesday, July the 16th, for the Pete and Thomas Foundation Gala in New York City, officially confirming their romance. In 2022, Megan, 30, founded the nonprofit focused on supporting women, children, seniors, and undeserved communities in Houston, Texas, and beyond. Wednesday's soiree at Gotham Hall honored her late parents, Joseph Pete III and Holly Thomas. When asked when asked how he felt about joining Meg there, Thompson, 35, exclusively told Us Weekly, well, it feels incredible because Megan is such a special person and she inspires so many around the world. I've seen it firsthand. This is just another incredible feat of hers to be able to give back, create foundation, and raise a ton of money for those in need. And I'm honored to be here by her side. The four-time NBA champion said he would have loved to meet Holly and Joe. I know both of them would be so proud of their only daughter because of not only what she's been able to accomplish, what she's going to continue to do. She has never been put in a box or allowed herself to be in a box, and she just continues to inspire. So, baby, is he in love? Girl, it's a nigga in love, goddamn. Baby, you better speak it. You better speak it, Nickel. I know that's right. Girl. She has never been put in a box or allowed herself to be in a box, and she continues to inspire so many people around the world. And on top of that, raise a ton of money this evening just to do so much for so many in need, baby. Shout out to Klay Thompson, baby. Meanwhile, Megan told Us that Thompson would have her parents' approval. I feel like my mom would have been like, whoa, you finally picked a nice man. The native Texas said, we kissed a lot of frogs, but now we got a real prince. I feel like they would be very proud. My dad would be very happy. Earlier this week, Thompson seemingly hard launched their relationship via Instagram, posting a photo that appeared to show the Savage singer-rapper from behind. Rumors that the two are dating began to swirl on July the 10th when Megan posted a Snapchat in which Thompson was glimpsed in the background. The athlete signed a 3-year, $50 million contract with the Mavericks in July 2024. I know that's right, baby. Baby, Meg said, I got a little access to the money. Okay, shout out to Sweet Tea. Ride for me like I ride on you, okay. It goes on to say that he was with the Mavericks. He signed a $50 million contract with the Mavericks in July 2024 after spending the first 13 seasons of his career with the Warriors. He previously dated Laura Harrier and Coco Jones. Oh! Megan was most recently linked to pro baller Torrey Craig, with whom she was spotted at New York Fashion Week in September 2024. She also dated rapper Partisan Fontaine from 2021 to 2023. Baby. I mean, shout out to Meg. I would have never thought that they would end up together. It's kind of a weird couple to me in a way. I don't know why. But I mean, shout out to Meg. You know, they took a couple of pictures on the red carpet and a couple of videos. He had his hand on her back. I said, I know that's right. Girl. I said, baby, you better hold, baby, right there, right here on that back. I said, I know that's right.
Can we get you both to look right here in the center? Thank you. Hey guys, one more right here. Megan Klay right here. Megan right here. And Megan and Klay right here in the center. Megan, look this way in the center. One more guys right here. Klay, Megan, Klay.
Megan by yourself. Megan by yourself.
Megan right here.
Can we get Megan by yourself? Yes? No?
Now, this is some great news, baby. Somebody better go check on Nikki. Baby, Onika. Go check on Onika. This is according to Hollywood Unlocked. These are the 3 longest charting albums by Black women on Billboard 200. So it says Rihanna's Anti has now charted for an impressive 460 weeks, while SZA's Control follows closely with 402 weeks. Summer Walker's Over It joins the Milestone Club with 300 weeks on the Billboard 200. How y'all feel about that? You know how y'all feel about that? You know what's so crazy? I never got into SZA. I never really got into Summer Walker, and Anti is one of the greatest albums of all time. I listen to SZA from here and there, but girl, I never got into SZA's music. And I never really got into Summer Walker. So Summer Walker has a few songs that I like, and I usually the songs that I like I heard them Brittany. Some of y'all don't know my friend, but my friend Brittany, um, of her latest album. I think I'm going insane. It's a song. Don't she have a song called like Insane? Insane. And I like the other song. I don't wanna no love. I don't know. It's No Love, Insane. So she got some bops now. But Anti baby, girl, y'all did Rihanna so dirty for Anti. Not y'all. I don't think Rihanna won a Grant. Was that an award winning album? I don't think it was. And Rihanna ain't gave us shit ever since but some babies. But some babies. Okay. Anti, she did her big one with Anti. She really, really did. She really, really did. I might listen to so crazy when Sister came out with her, was it her second album? Whatever it was, the SOS album. I have it downloaded, but I just never listened to it. I know the song Snooze with, is it Snooze? When I went you, I was nobody like you do. I can lose when I'm with you. Yeah, that is a cute little bop too. Let me listen to SZA. Shout out to those ladies though. Did Nikki make the list? Let me stop because the girls gonna swarm her down. You hate Nikki. You hate Nikki. You hate Nikki. Girl, no, I don't. Girl, my God. Girl, why does this come? I don't give a fuck about Nikki or Sister. Okay, girl. So we just put that out there right now. I ain't got no dog in the fight. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna talk about TD Jakes. I may come back and talk about that later. All right, y'all. Yeah, we may talk about TD Jakes later. I'm about to have me a glass of wine, baby. Not later, tomorrow. Because I know this wine, after I have this big glass of wine, I know it's going to put me on my ass. Okay, and I'm going to be in that bed, girl, sleeping like a baby. I'll talk to y'all when I wake up, though. It's kind of early. It was early for me. All right, I'll talk to y'all when I get up. Y'all have a good day. Good night, y'all.